Do you know how to use the future tense? How do you talk about your future plans? I don't know anything. If you want to find the answers to these questions, watch the video to the end. Hello everyone, let's learn our new grammar. Be going to. Okay, if you remember, we worked on future tense the previous session. Before learning these grammatical points, I want you to touch the link above and watch the previous session. So let's get started by this grammar. This grammar again is about future, but this is another usage of that, and the formula is totally different. Okay, so the formula is written here. Be means am, is, are, plus going, plus to, plus simple verb. Okay, so how should we use that, and why do we use this formula? Okay, because we already know am, is, are plus ing form of the verb and will plus simple verb. Okay, in the previous video that I mentioned, the link was above. Okay, so you can watch that. But here we're going to talk about be going to. Be going to. When do we use that? So let's listen to a story here. So there's a story I want to tell you, and after that we're going to just understand how to use this grammatical point. So she is Alice, okay? She's Alice and it's morning. So Alice is walking. She's also thinking. She's making some plans for the night. So here, tonight. Now, it's morning, but tonight is the future tense for Alice. So Alice is making a plan and she has an intention. This is her plan, okay? This is what she is thinking about. Let's go. I am going to watch TV tonight. So, I'm going to watch TV tonight. In this formula, you can see that be going to is the fixed part of that. Be means am, is, are. Based on your subject I, we use am here, okay? So Alice says, I am going to watch TV. So watch here is written in a simple form and it refers to the future because we are talking about tonight. Is Alice sure about that? Yes, she is sure and she knows that this is her intention. So we use the formula above in order to talk about the plans that we are sure that we're going to do in the future, and these are our intentions, okay, for the future. Be plus going plus to plus the simple verb. And there is another pronunciation for that, okay? There's a pronunciation rule for the informal English. Remember, I am going to. You can say, I am gonna, okay? Or, I'm gonna. So, I'm gonna watch TV tonight, like this. So, let's go to different subjects, okay? And their to be verbs, these forms. Let's learn. I am going to drink some tea. For instance, after this class, I plan, okay, I intend to do it. So I am going to drink some tea after the class. Again, it's about the future. So let's go. She, he, it. Okay, it here refers to the animals. Let's go. She is going to take a nap. Take a nap means take a short sleep here. So she's going to take a nap at noon. Okay, now it is morning and she's planning to take a nap at noon. Let's go. We, you, they. We use are here, okay? So for instance, we can say, we are going to buy a house, okay? We are going to buy a house. It means this is our plan. And we can just talk about the future tense. Let's go. We are going to buy a house next month. That's the case. So for the pronunciation rule, in informal English, we can say, I'm gonna drink some tea. She's gonna take a nap. And we are gonna buy a house. That's the case. Now, let's go to different forms of that in negative question forms. Let's learn more. So, we use be going to in order to talk about our future intentions, okay? So, the decisions that we made and we intend to do in the future. Okay, in this case, we use the grammar be going to. This changes, this be part, changes based on your subjects. I am, you are, she is, like this. Now, here, there are some sentences. In these sentences and question forms, you can see how going to is applied. So the first sentence is affirmative, okay? It's an affirmative sentence. Let's go. I am going to buy some books tomorrow. So we are talking about future. We are talking about our intention in the future. So we're going to just do it and we are 100% sure that we want to do this action. Let's go. I am gonna buy some books tomorrow. Or for she, we can say, she's gonna buy some books tomorrow. For they are gonna buy some books tomorrow. That's the case. So let's go. Here, this is the negative form. Okay, the second sentence has been written in negative form. Let's go. For the negative form, we can use am, is, are plus not, okay, in order to make the sentence negative. She isn't going to sell her house, okay? So, she isn't gonna sell her house. Or for I'm not gonna sell my house. For you aren't gonna sell your house. That's the case. So let's go to the next question, okay? This is yes-no question form, okay? Here you have yes-no question form. For yes-no question form, we need to change the places of our subject and to be verb. So normally we say, you are going to, okay? But here in yes-no question form, we should say, are you going to? So, are you going to invite Matt to your party? Or, are you gonna invite Matt to your party? That's the case. So, for she, is she gonna? For they, are they gonna? Like this. So, let's go. Here, we have the WH form. Okay, WH form question. So for WH form, we have the WH word here, okay? Here, this is what. And the same formula as the yes-no question. We need to change the places of you and our to-be verb. Let's go. What are you going to wear to the wedding next week? So, what are you gonna wear to the wedding next week? That's the case. So let's go. We use be going to in order to talk about the decisions we have made and we intend to surely do it in the future. Remember that. So, up to here, we said that we can use be going to in order to talk about our future intentions that we are sure about. Let's go. There is another usage for that. The usage is about the predictions. Okay, so what's the meaning of prediction? We say something, okay, or we consider something before it happens. So this is called prediction. Or a synonym for that is foretell something. So let's go. Here, this is one of the predictions. It says, it is going to rain. The same formula, okay? So am, is, are, going to, and simple verb. But the usage is different. It is going to rain. It doesn't show that the sky has an intention, okay? So this is our sentence. We say that it is going to rain. But this type of prediction must be based on a sign. Remember that. We need to see something in order to form such a prediction and use be going to, okay? So based on the clouds, we can say that, okay? So we see the clouds in the sky and we say that it is going to rain or it's gonna rain. That's the case. Remember, we can use be going to for predictions which are based on a sign which we see, okay? And we can form our sentence like this. Because be going to is a kind of grammar which shows the certainty, okay? And this certainty must be just obvious in your sentences. Let's go. Here again, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. So again, based on a sign, this is not your personal thought because you're invited, okay? It's exactly 9 o'clock now and you were supposed to be at that place at 9 o'clock. But you see that, oh my God, it's 5 to 9 and I'm not ready. Not ready yet, okay? It shows that you are going to be late. So there must be a sign here to show that this is a certain prediction that you are making. So I'm going to be late. We use be going to for two usages. So one of them was for intentions, which we are 100% sure that we are going to just do in the future tense, and for predictions, which are based on signs. Okay, so that was all about this grammar. Now, let's use this grammatical point in the context. So here we have our grammar vocab practice. So there are some phrases about travel. We are gonna use this grammatical point in order to talk about these phrases and talk about our experience of a trip or not experience. We can talk about the plans that we are making. For the experience, we can use present perfect. Even we can just try to mix them. So for our experience, present perfect, and for our intentions and predictions that we're sure about, we can use be going to. First of all, let's turn to the phrases. Let's learn these phrases. Then we're going to just make a speaking out of this. So let's go. Go on a trip. Go on a trip means to travel. Okay. Instead of travel, you can say go on a trip. So for instance, I can say, I went on a trip last year. This is simple past form. Okay, let's go. Go sightseeing. Go sightseeing. Sightseeing. Okay, go sightseeing. Now, it means visit interesting places. So to visit interesting places, go sightseeing, okay? Let's go to the next phrase. The next phrase is book a hotel. Book here is a verb. Pay attention. Book a hotel. Book means to make a reservation at a hotel. So make a reservation or book. Book a hotel. Let's go to the next phrase. In advance. In advance means beforehand. Okay? Beforehand. Not at the time. So we should just get prepared in advance. Okay? So before we start something, it means in advance. So let's go. The last phrase is have a whale of a time. Have a whale of a time. It means have fun. Okay, so this is a phrase which is commonly used in English. Have a whale of a time. For instance, I can say, I had a whale of a time at the party. But now we're gonna activate the grammar that we learned, be going to, okay? So let's go. For this phrase, we can say, I'm going to go on a trip, okay? That's the case. I'm going to go on a trip. So in English, it is said that if you have such a sentence and you have to go, okay, like this, you can just use this formula, you know, you can omit these two. Okay? You can say, I'm going on a trip. So in this case, you are using the present continuous formula for the future, okay? So the link that I mentioned you to watch about our future arrangements, it was about the present continuous form. Again, it's about the future. I'm going on a trip next week. Okay, so it means that I arranged it. I'm gonna do it, and surely I'm gonna just fulfill this. So I'm going on a trip next week. And another plan of us. So we can say, I'm going to London. So I'm going to London. So this is another plan. Let's go. I'm going sightseeing. I'm going sightseeing and I will visit Big Ben and other places. You can just complete that. So the base grammar is this one, and we can just use the other grammatical points. Let's go. Here, I want to say that I have no experience of visiting London. So I can use present perfect. I can say, I have never been to London. Okay, so I've never been to London. It means this is my first time. Or even you can say, this is my first time in London. Okay, like this. So I've never been to London. Another grammatical point is activated here. Let's go. I'm going to book a hotel. So here we use the grammar be going to. Okay? Am going to. So I said, I am going to book a hotel. So I'm going to book a hotel in advance. It means before even I go there. So I'm going to book a hotel in advance. And There is a prediction here, okay? The prediction that you're sure about because you know that you love London and one of your friends is living there, okay? Based on this or based on these signs, you can make a prediction. And this prediction is like this. I'm going to have a whale of a time in London because I'm going to visit my friend. So we can use this grammar in the context of speaking. Try to use these words, okay, in different grammatical points and try to just talk about them. For instance, for past tense, you can talk about your memories. For present, about the general habits, routines. And for present perfect, I told you about your experience. And be going to is used for our plans. So that was all about this part. That's the end of this session. See you next session.